Hi everybody, my name is Claudia and I go by the Lite Guide. I have a practice where I help people heal on a mind, body, and spiritual level. I have developed a candle as part of a retail line that I started called Ritualistic Retail. I teach a class called The Power of Pivoting. And in the class, I have people write down what they want to let go of. And in many other practices, we'll do the same thing. We'll write down what we want to let go of, and then we'll be instructed to go and burn it. Now, I never found that to be convenient. I always found it to be cumbersome and worrisome. And I always thought, like, how am I going to do this? It makes a lot of smoke. I have a small apartment. There's many things. So I decided to create a candle that represents the burning of the things that we want to let go of. And those things can come in multiple layers. It can be a feeling that we want to let go of, a habit that we want to let go of, a belief that we want to let go of. And in what I teach, I also teach that there are many layers to the things that represent those things that we want to let go of. So I created a candle called Burn to Become, which is essentially what we do when we write out a belief or a feeling or a situation that we want to let go of or move on from. I have it in two sizes. I have it in small and large, and there is a link below where you can go ahead and purchase that candle in either size, and or you probably purchased it from me or somebody else and are now receiving the meditation. So the other day I was cleaning out my closet and I thought to myself, wow, it's really hard to let go of the things that I'm no longer wearing. And I thought to myself, why is it hard to let go of these things when I'm not even using them? What is that visceral attachment, that physical attachment to those things? And I thought, if it's hard to get rid of a t-shirt that I'm no longer using, how hard is it to get rid of a belief or a feeling that no longer serves us? So I created this candle and this ritual to continue what you learned in the workshop, if you took a workshop with me, The Power of Pivoting or otherwise, and to really have the feeling of letting that go in your body and to have the representation of burning it away with the candle. So I am going to practice what I preach, which I always do. And I'm going to let go of two shirts that I keep, you could say, scrolling by in my closet. I've had them for a long time. They no longer are a representation of my fashion sense or my fashion style. The last couple of times that I wore them, I didn't feel great in them, even though they still fit fine. They're just not who I am anymore. And I can't seem to let go of them. So what you would do at home is you would begin by journaling what you want to let go of, if you haven't done this already. And there's a downloadable PDF with examples of these things to help move you along with some ideas. And then you also want to write what you want to call in, which is part of another aspect of my ritualistic retail line called the pivot pages and the pivot pencil, where you can use that journal to really explore and expand on what it is you want to create in your life. And then once you do that, you light the candle as a representation of burning off what you're letting go of. And you want to do this all with consciousness and awareness and intention. You really want to get into the feeling of it. I'm kind of going over it quickly here so that I can show you and explain to you the process. Once you've done that, you set it aside. You bring your hands to your heart and you really connect with yourself and that aspect of what you want to let go of, because you're going to use your closet to be a physical representation of that. So here are the 2 shirts that no longer serve me. I've been looking at them for so long, like enough is enough. They're cool. They still fit me. I've had them for so long. It's time to let go. I'm going to put them in a bag and I'm going to take them to Goodwill. And then what you want to do is journal. What feelings are coming up? What memories do you have associated with those clothes? How long have you had them for? And think about the parallels between that and what you just wrote about. What you took the time to feel into that you want to let go of. And just be with those feelings as the fire of the candle is burning it away. Whenever I work in my studio, I always have a fireplace, fake fireplace going as a representation of burning away whatever people are clearing in the room. And what I noticed was something super cool. When I went back to my closet the next time, I noticed things I hadn't worn in a while that I liked, that I even forgot I had. I didn't remember I had a sweater in there that I really like. Because if you're holding on to things that no longer serve you, they're clouding you from what you actually really want. They're taking away and pulling your energy subconsciously, consciously, from what you're really going for. So let go and burn to become the new you.